cosplayer, I'm just a music teacher who spent too long around different instruments. Shamai. Okay, this is something I've really wanted to do for ages, which is to basically 3D print some musical instruments. Oh, that's too hot at the minute. Okay, right. I am by trade a musician, and I've been a music teacher for a very, very long time. Now, I got a 3D printer. I want to do some very simple musical instruments, but the more weird they are, the better. So that's what I'm going to do now is, while I'm on my cup of tea, have a quick look at a few things that I could print. I have got to go and tidy the room afterwards and crack on. And over the next few days, see what I can come up with 3D printer-wise for weird instruments. Right, so I'm on Maker World. Things keep popping up on my Facebook page, and one that keeps popping up is something called a drone flute. I'm not talking about the drones you fly in the sky, okay? I'm talking about drone, musical, meaning you play two notes at the same time. So I'm presuming it's almost like, yeah, two recorders that are sort of stuck together. Right, what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to have a quick look through, start to find some instruments, put them. I've already got a weird and wonderful collection going on. And then we'll do a little bit of 3D printing later on, I think. This was something I saw when we first had the printer, and I never actually got round to it yet. It's in a collection, not in the weird collection, a dragon recorder. Lush. I am going to set myself some target. I'm not just going to keep printing. Although I'll show you a bit later, we have got some nice new cheap filaments in at the minute. Right, we've got a few in our list. Let's have a little look. There we go. Weird and wonderful music. 32 in there now. I've only been having a cup of tea, man. I got a few trombones. We've got another collapsible horn, vuvuzelas, air horns, ocarinas, recorders. So there's a few things in the collection. Right, I will catch up with you guys a bit later, hopefully, when I start to print something. Right, back to work. Very boring just hearing the bass parts.
A little later.
Right, the first print has just been sent through to the printer. We have got a few new snazzy filaments. Let me grab another one to show you. So I went on a bit of a filament shopping spree the other night. I wanted a few new different colours. I think it was about 11 quid. And the one that I'm going to be printing on in a minute, which is that pinky colour, it's sort of pink and gold, that was £7 something. So yeah, I did quite well on the filaments. There you are. That has just gone through. It's just getting ready to print. And I'm going to print a vuvuzela. You'll see it in the morning.
The following day.
Right, I've just got in from work. I've been teaching in primary schools today. I have got my first musical instrument to take out the printer. Let's have a look, shall we? Right, I don't want to break it before I do anything else. This is a vuvuzela. It's basically, this is how it has printed on the plate. Literally, I've just pulled it off the plate and it all goes in like that. It's been a little while since I've played a vuvuzela, but basically it's got something very similar to a trumpet mouthpiece and you've got a buzz into it. Right, Let's hear it. I have no idea what this is going to sound like. That's quite loud. I don't know if that's going to distort on there. My first weird musical instrument. Right, what am I going to print next? So plate 1 of the next instrument is done. A few more hours, I think, before we're finished. I just changed my hoodie as well. This one was handy. All right. I am being careful I didn't knock this over.
The following day.
Right, I've just got in from a busy afternoon. Let's see what's printed. We have got our first ocarina. I have no idea how to play an ocarina. I'm just going to cover some of the holes. Oh, right, okay. I don't know now. So I've covered some of these. My first ocarina. Cool.
A couple of days later.
Good morning, it's early here. Richard's still in bed at the minute. Right, I did a stack of 3D printing yesterday, but I was also out quite a lot. I was literally chucking stuff on and then having to go and sort cars and stuff out down the garage. So let me just get you up to speed with where we are. I think you've seen the vuvuzela. I think you've seen this ocarina. You haven't seen this ocarina though. Yeah, this one came off the print yesterday. It's a bass ocarina. I'm a bass player, so I had to do this. This one, I'm not going to play this for you for now, but yeah, it's a little piccolo trombone. I've got a slide whistle down here that I haven't put together yet. That came off the printer last night as well. And something coming out right now. Oof. Well, that came off nice and easy. All right, Andres? This is part of this, and there's one more little bit to print. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put the kettle on, give Richard a shout to get up, put the last little print on, and then choose a few more for today because I've still got some ideas. I've just heard the beep, so I've come in. This is a tiny little bit that is going to hopefully complete this flute. There we go. Right, I need to work out how this one goes together a minute. Right, okay. There's definitely two tones coming off this. Right, this next one needs something spectacular for a filament. A nice multicoloured filament, I think. Many hours later, there's not long left on it now. It's at 97%. I'll show you in a second, but this is one where there's a lot of comments that say it sort of fails sometimes as late as 90%. So I'm keeping everything crossed. It's looking all right at the minute. Take a look at this. 3 parts to it. I see dragon scales and different colours at the minute. Not long to go though. Oh, let's have a little look. Oh, well, it's intact. Ooh, ooh. I don't mind when the supports stick on there. I can get those off easy after, and ooh, they've come off nice and clean. I love the look of this. I really do, honestly. So. Right, time for another print, I think.
Many hours later.
It's late on Saturday night. Apologies for the noise or the music. Eurovision Song Contest is on. Right, let's see what's coming out the printer this time. Looks a bit different. Right, for a start, I've actually had a go. Oh, it feels quite chunky. I've had a go of writing text. So we've got Ukulmaniacs, Cowin Lush, Ukulelians, and Ukulele Whales. Oh, yes! It's a train whistle. For any ukulele players out there, Folsom Prison Blues, is it? Oh, there are various train songs.
The following day.
Another day of printing musical instruments. Earlier, a kazoo, but I haven't put it together yet. And I'm just about to take something out. It's a little train whistle. I've been in rehearsals all day, so I couldn't do much printing. But I took this one that I printed last night. And just while we were eating and things tonight, before I put off the final, or think about the final few prints ready to finish tomorrow, I've done a little version. Sorry, one of the cats wants her tea. I've got to take the remove off. So I'm just gonna get in there, pull that off, easy peasy.
The next morning,
Shamai. It's quite early in the morning. Richard is in work. The dogs are fed. I'm going to get something at the printer, which has been going overnight. And today is my last day I'm allowing to mess around with 3D musical instruments. So by the end of today, I am hoping to have finished printing, putting everything together, because I have got one or two things, and showing you guys what I've printed too. Maybe even try to play them all. Right, what's in the printer? It's another train whistle. Right, first of all, that's the original size. Oh, it's going to take a bit of puffing. Right, I'm actually editing this video in the other room and I heard a sound which is not dissimilar to this, which indicates a fault. Now, I have quickly looked inside, okay, before I went and got the camera. It's not good. This is just a gun. Not everything works. We did have a question the other day, you know, do you have loads of fails? We don't. We really don't have loads of fails at all. But yeah, I think we've had one this morning. Let me just show you. I was trying to print some pan pipes. And this was probably going to be my last but one print. When I put it on, I thought, oh, that looks a bit dodgy. Just because there were a lot of supports and things. Yeah, this one didn't make it, but yeah, it doesn't always work out. But at the end of the day, I don't know what, we've probably wasted maybe 50p. I wouldn't have thought there was £1 worth of filament there. But there we go, they don't always work. Right, let me go and see if I can find one more to get printing while I carry on editing. And I should add, that is one of the brilliant things with these newer printers, is that I got that warning and it stopped automatically. It didn't just carry on. Once it had sort of fallen apart, that's probably when the warning poo-poo came on. There we are. It does help if your machine tells you and stops when this happens. Plate is all washed. Just in case I found one more print I think I can squeeze in. It's not another pan pipe. They take too long. Print is on. Kettle is on. We're just going to wait a bit now. I could just hear the beeps. It's finished. So it's another kind of recorder or flute, a space flute this time. So it's a little under a week from when I started this project. In other words, when I started showing you guys what I was looking for to print as weird and wonderful musical instruments as a music teacher of many years. Right, well, I am sort of surrounded. There are, you can see a picture now of all of them where I've just taken a little shot of them all before I moved them into this room. Okay, I haven't practiced any of them. I'm not going to lie, I'm so busy at the minute. I have literally, what you've seen in this video so far has generally been how much I've played them. Right, I'm going to run through these really quite quickly. As I said, I haven't practiced them. One of the first that I printed, the vuvuzela, and in a multi-colour filament. Pretty much does exactly what a vuvuzela should do. It makes a brilliant sound and it was fantastic to print, but it's just a bit of a pain to pick up. Vuvuzela, good. Another very early one that you guys haven't seen. It's tiny, okay? Even smaller than I thought it was going to be. It is basically a little whistle. Tiny little thing. Genius though, the way it all just folds up together. Mini whistle. This next one is a weird one. I actually printed this ages ago, so you haven't seen this at all in this video. This is, I think it's called a warbler whistle or a bird whistle. Inside here, there is actually water. Okay, so yeah, I think it depends how much water you put in it. But yeah, I love that little one. I'm being really careful not to tip it with all the equipment around here. Lush. Okay, next up was one of the newest ones that I printed. The kazoo, hot off the 3D printer, literally. I do play kazoo, hang on. Ooh. All right, that is a proper, I haven't 3D printed that. That's one of my work kazoos. But yeah, really, really simple, easy little print. And I just put a little bit of sandwich bag in there. Kazoo, brilliant print, this one. Slide whistle next. It was straightforward to print. It was fairly straightforward to put together. Okay, let's have a listen. It's not as good as I want it to be. Brilliant concept. Maybe just this one isn't the right model, but yeah, I've done a slide whistle. Okay, Richard printed this when we first got the printer. And I didn't know what he was printing. I kept saying, what is it? He's going, oh, we'll have to wait and see. And it was ages. I'm sure this was something like a 12-hour print. There is a lot of filament by there. Okay. This is a musical didgeridoo. Okay, getting my lips ready. Laughing and playing the didgeridoo, not very good. Okay, right. That isn't actually how a didgeridoo should work. I've got one. It's somewhere, I don't know where. But basically, on a normal didgeridoo, which would be one very long cylinder, it's a much bigger mouth hole or mouthpiece. And when you do it, you do that with your lips, all right? I can't do that into here. It's just too small. But yeah, I like the idea of a 3D print didgeridoo. This one wasn't quite up to my expectations, knowing what a proper didgeridoo sounds like. Okay, a couple of recorders now. The Dragon scale recorder and the Space recorder, which I printed a little earlier today. So I haven't played this very much at all. Let's see, shall we? Right, this one, it seems to work in the higher register. If I sort of have less fingers. I am wondering if I need to glue that to get a really solid sound. So I will make sure this is all put together. I don't know, but I do absolutely love the design of this flute. Another incredible looking print, the Dragon Recorder. Sorry, it's got covered in dog fur. It's only been out of the printer a few hours. Okay, right. I love the look of this one. It is done with a really nice cheap filament, multicolour filament. Again, like the other, let me play it first. Now, again, I'm getting those top few notes. They are sounding okay, but the lower notes are not. And I don't know if it's the print. I don't know maybe if there's air getting in and I need to put it together better. So again, with the two of these, I love the look of them. I really do. And in theory, they should play brilliantly. But both of them, the sound isn't as good as I'd like it to be. Okay, so this is one of the last prints that I did. And I only put it together about half an hour ago. And it was a bit of a faff, I'll be honest. Putting the tubes together, working out which way round they went, that wasn't easy. But this, the mouthpiece here, it's got a membrane in it, okay? And I ended up actually reprinting the top ring because the first one that came with it, there was just no way I could get it over it. It just wouldn't fit. So I printed 3 slightly larger ones. And boy, am I glad that I did, because I can't get used to where my fingers have got to go. But this is called the clarinet, the 3D clarinet, and it sounds like a clarinet. It really, really does. Honestly, I cannot explain how amazed I am at the sound of that. Shocking. Okay, we're getting down to my last few, and I've got to admit these are my favourite ones. Sometimes for the way they play, sometimes for the way they look. A drone flute. Can you see it's got 2 holes in the mouthpiece? Now then, in theory, it should be just like a recorder. In other words, it's a cylinder with holes in the top. You can definitely hear 2 tones off that. And I gotta say, I absolutely love that one, the drone flute. Okay, this one, it is all about the looks, I'm afraid. It is a piccolo trombone. A trombone is a type of brass instrument. Now then, this mouthpiece looks very much like a brass mouthpiece, okay? And it's the same concept that I had to use for the vuvuzela. In other words, buzzing my lips. So yeah, you can get a sound out of it. Now, according to the description, it's a working trombone. Now, the way a trombone works is they have different positions depending on where the slide is. And yes, it does come off. Depends where the slide is, okay? I'm not a trombonist at all. I'm not a brass player, I'm just a music teacher who spent too long around different instruments. Piccolo trombone, it makes a noise. I'm not going to say you can play it as well as a trombone, but wow, what a cutie. Is it obvious? I've had brilliant fun doing this project. I will do more. This one is based on wind and brass instruments. I'll do tappy instruments, plucky instruments, all sorts of things. But let's get to the last two instruments. Okay, I think when I first printed this, I explained I'd never played an ocarina before. I'd seen them. I'd even seen them in schools, not my school, but I'd seen them, but I'd never played one. I love the ocarina, and there seems to be quite a few different designs. I suspect I'll be printing more. Then, though, I got obsessed because I found the octave or octa ocarina. Yeah, just to give a little idea of size. So yeah, of course I'm going to go nuts on it, man. So let me just work out where my fingers go. These are really big holes to cover. Let's have a go anyway. I love them, absolutely love them. Ocarinas, yes. And the very last instrument I'm going to show you, and it is definitely my favourite wind instrument. My train whistle. It is such a simple concept. It's not a simple design. I don't know what goes on inside. It's magic. Okay, but it looks exactly like the wooden versions, but I've done it in this. Oh, it is a brilliant filament for it. It's a matte filament, so it feels really nice. But yeah, I then shrunk it. I've done exactly the same. I just shrunk it. I even left all the text and things on. So yeah, so far we've got the original size. We've got the mini size. And then I had to do it, didn't I? Of course I had to. I went bass. Right, okay. You need some puff for this one. Here we go. See what I mean? It's just brilliant. But it is a lot more difficult. There you are. I've put the picture up of them all together one last time just to show you what I've been doing this week. And I've got to say, it's been brilliant fun. I really wasn't sure what to expect at the start of the week. I had in mind a few things I was going to print, but I really didn't know I was going to end up printing drone flutes or train whistles or, shocking, piccolo trombone. Okay, right, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Me as a music teacher, I've enjoyed it. Me as somebody who does 3D printing, I've enjoyed it because I've had a reason to go looking for different things. So I'm sorry you haven't seen Richard again. He's just been stuck in work at the minute and he just gets to see all of these at the end of the day when I finish printing them. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more of this kind of thing with musical instruments, let me know in the comments. Okay, but if you've enjoyed the video, please give us a like, leave a comment anyway, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.